Roger Maris's tournament. I used to help Roger when he first started that. Yeah.
Yeah, I went up there a couple times. Costas went up and he was the MC.
Yes, yeah, I was that year. I was up there.
That's a fun little deal. I haven't had a chance to get back to it.
I haven't been back there either. In fact, this is like the 25th year.
Yeah, I think I went to it 2 or 3 different times, but it seems like I've always got something else going.
Yeah.
Then I get the invitations. It's the same week.
Well, you got a million things.
Oh yeah, I mean I can do a golf tournament every weekend if I wanted to. So, try to stay close to home nowadays.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Are you traveling a little bit now and then, or
not a whole lot. I got a 4 to 5 year old home, so I try to stay home as much as I can.
Yeah,
so, they keep me busy. So
yeah, never a dull moment then.
Yeah, that's for sure. They keep me in shape. Take those two around.
Welcome to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Looks like he can still throw it, doesn't he?
I wish someone would give me a job. I think I can handle the money.
You take it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
the original fireman.
Could you ever have envisioned what it was going to come to financially for the ball players?
Oh, geez, no. Before free agency, you were struggling. It was a 1-year deal. That's what everybody had. And I played 8 years in Oakland. The most I made there was $64,000. That was after 3 World Championships.
And
so free agency changed everything.
I'm sure Charlie Finley had you under a microscope too.
Oh yeah, Charlie had his thumb on you. That's for sure. He wasn't going to pay you. He loved his money.
You were part of those swinging A's teams, of course, that were off the charts there in the 1970s. Now I said they didn't always get along the best, but they played well on the field. True?
Yeah. That was about it. We had our moments in the clubhouses. We played together for so long. It was like a family, and in any family environment, then you're going to come up with disagreements. And we had a few in the clubhouse with our ball club, but once the game started and we went across that white line, don't have a different uniform on. We're going to beat you.
How was Reggie?
Reggie was fine. Him and I got along great together. We played in the minor leagues together. We came up through the system together, and I never had any problems with Reggie. We're good friends.
Injury-wise, Rollie, we're just talking about the salaries nowadays, and if you're an owner, you don't want a guy, if he's a little bit hurt, you keep him out. But when you guys were playing, did many people go on the DL?
I don't remember the 8 years I was in Oakland anybody being on the disabled list. Even on the starting staff, Ken Holtzman, Vita Blue, John Odom, Catfish Hunter. I don't think any of these guys were ever on the disabled list in the 8 years that I was there. So you didn't see a whole lot of guys going to the disabled list. If you did, there's a chance someone was going to take your job. So that was one thing you didn't want to do.
You pitch with some great, yourself, of course, a great pitcher, but boy, you pitch with some big-time Major League ball players that were Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah. I think if I was to pick one pitcher to pitch a ball game for a big win, it would be Catfish Hunter. I think that's who I'd hand the ball to. He was amazing. To watch him the years when I came up, I learned a lot from just watching him pitch. He wasn't overpowering, but he could hit spots, had great control, move the ball around, and that's how you learn how to pitch in the big leagues.
But you don't get to the big leagues without being a pretty good hitter, too. Were you a pretty good hitter in your younger days?
A lot of people don't know, but I signed as an outfielder. Back in 1964, I led the nation in hitting in the American Legion, and I signed as an outfielder, and I got to spring training, and they tried me at both positions. I did good as an outfielder. I hit over 300, but they thought I'd be a better pitcher, so somebody knew what they were doing.
You see similarities maybe a little bit between you and Rick Ankiel, who was a pitcher, and of course he had control issues, but now he's an outfielder doing great.
Yeah, he's got a great swing, and he had problems finding the plate, and it's nice if you got a good swing and you got a good hand-eye coordination, and you can hit the ball, and he's one of the few that can turn it around, and he did.
How important were the managers when you were playing?
Pretty important. Dick Williams was my manager in Oakland, and he kind of made my career. He brought me out of starting rotation and threw me in the bullpen. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I was at today. So I owe a lot to Dick Williams.
When you went out of the starting rotation, what were your initial thoughts? Were you excited about it or thinking, man, because nowadays it's a big deal. But
no, I was on my way to the minor leagues. I couldn't get you out. That's how bad I was. It was terrible. I just happened to fall into a situation where I was the only guy left in the bullpen during a ball game, and came in and pitched a couple innings and got a save. And Dick Williams called me in the office and said, "From now on, you're my closer." And I said, "That's great," because I was on my way out of ball.
Boy, you kind of set the table for what's happened since that.
Well, I'd like to think that I'm one of the guys. There's a few guys out of Goose Gossage. I'm glad Goose got in the Hall of Fame this year. There's a lot of guys, Sparkey Lyle, Bruce Sutter, a lot of the guys that set the stage for these guys of today.
Rollie, thank you for taking the time to come over. It's nice to see you again. I saw you a long time ago at the Maris tournament. It's great to have you here at the Starkey Hearing Foundation.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being here. I'm looking forward to it.
There he is, a great one. Rollie Fingers joining us here on 830 WCCO.